Don't you think your pet deserves a special treat without all those ingredients you can't pronounce? Your pet deserves the best source of ingredients. I agree. That's why Hound House Treats is established to give your pet the best all-natural handcrafted treats packed with flavor. Try our chicken, turkey, and our pink salmon jerky.
You are now tuned into 2111 Radio Show, hosted by our program director, Derrick Scott.
I put the show up today. It's a special edition of 2111 Radio. I have this young lady coming in today, and you guys really need to pay attention and listen and really, spread the word when she come on here. Her name is Latoya Peterson. We're going to get her in right now and get it started. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, everybody. Greetings from San Francisco. I'm normally a DMV native, but we're here for the Game Developers Conference this week. So we are just out here on the street.
I see you. You out here doing some things. So tell the people where you're from, actually.
Absolutely. So I grew up in Silver Spring, Maryland, and now I live in D.C., so I'm a DMV native.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. So tell me about the Glow Up Games, the whole platform, because it's a dope concept. Never heard of this until like recently, and I've been doing research. That's what this is about.
Absolutely. So, back in 2018, I had a really good friend, Mithu Kandekar. She is a game developer in her own right, just a super dope South Asian woman. And we have been talking for years as a bunch of friends. And I was adjacent to games. So I was working at the time as an executive at ESPN, at the Undefeated, and working with Disney in terms of things that we're doing with VR, AR, and artificial intelligence. And so I really liked my career there, but there were a lot of things I wanted to keep exploring. And I was like, let me, figure out how to do this. And Mitchie goes, hey, have you ever thought about starting a game studio? Like, I want to step out. Let's think about this. And we were like, okay, cool. And it probably would have stayed a brunch conversation. But we got this random phone call from HBO that was like, oh, hey, do you guys want to pitch for Issa Rae's Insecure? And we were both huge fans of the show. We loved Issa. It was just like a dream that kind of just dropped in our lap. We were like, well, whatever it is, we got to take this shot and see where it goes. So that was 4 years ago.
Wow.
We developed the Insecure game for mobile. And, there was all kinds of trials and tribulations from the games industry not really tracking what Black players do. So we asked a question like, what are the comps? What else do Black people play? Nobody could tell me. To even understanding how to, explain the market to investors. A lot of investors didn't even know who Issa Rae was on the game side. They had never heard of her or the show. So, it was a lot going on. And then we had a pandemic. But in the end, we persevered. We got the early access version out right before the end of the show in 2021. We now went into alpha earlier this year in 2022. And you can download it in Google Play and on the App Store. You just search Insecure, will pop up. But yeah, we actually made it. The game is out. We have ships.
Look at you. Look at you doing something. Like I said, innovation. My thing is, I like when people come with dope ideas. And the fact that a Black woman created this is just, it makes it even better. It's sweeter. You understand? We're definitely going to download the app. We're definitely going to get onto this. So the ESPN, what was your experience at ESPN?
Oh, it was really interesting. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I went to work with my then boss, Kevin Merida, who's just a fantastic person. He's at the LA Times now. And he was just like, hey, there's this site about race and sports. I found out later it was originally kind of conceived by Jason Whitlock, and a whole bunch of stuff went down then. But he was like, hey, I'm coming into this job. I think it'll be great. And I was like, hey, I know race. I know digital. I don't really do sports. He was like, it'll be fine. Come on. But what was funny was that I had written a piece for ESPN, the magazine, about being a girl gamer and about playing games my whole life before then. So my first day at work, I got all these inbox requests from other people at the company who had read that piece and were like, oh, we're gamers too. Like, come on. So that was just a really fun 3 years. So many athletes and players. We have on our cap table at Glow Up is Baron Davis, who technically I met for the first time at ESPN. And there's just so much crossover between sports, culture, gaming, that, just the amount of support and respect that we saw, and being a part of such a huge organization as both ESPN and Disney, and being able to be on the forefront of esports and looking at what was happening. I think it did really lead to me deciding to jump back out, because there was so much exciting things happening in the world of gaming. I was like, I just have to be a direct part of it. I've been indirect for a long time, writing and producing and doing commentary. But I was like, okay, it's time to like go get my hands dirty. And when Mitu popped up with the idea, I was like, okay, let's jump in. So we, gathered our team. We brought our friend Anango on, who's a dope MC in her own right, plus a PhD. So Anango Luumba Kasongo is our chief rap officer, who helped us design the rap rhyme mechanic we did to mirror Issa's rap to herself in the mirror. Like there wasn't one like that. There wasn't a mechanic like that on the market. We had to make it. So like she's a professor of rap and practice at Brown University. So I mean, like just like the type of talent we had to do to get this thing that had never been done before off the ground was heavy. But we managed to create the first rap composition mechanic, and then now we're just kind of move forward and make things that we feel like are culturally authentic and that really speak to who we are as designers, but also what our community wants to play.
Nice. Listen, I'm gonna ask you this question because I'm very interested in this. All right, because what college you went to and what programs did you learn to get to know this information? Because me personally, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I went to school. We never knew anything about none of this, and that's happening in a lot of our communities. We know nothing about it. Now, so can you explain your educational background? Because you seem like one of the smartest people on the planet. Go for it.
That is so.
Oh my goodness.
I appreciate you saying that because I'm actually a dropout. So I didn't finish college. I actually, back when I was in college, so I was studying, I thought I was going to be in politics. I was studying global business and public policy. And I actually, this is back in like 2004, and blogs were just starting. Like, so I joined this blog that was going, and it was starting to be popular, and I spent a lot of time. So I was like, oh, I'll just, I'll take off this semester, work on this blog thing, see where it takes me. And I just never went back. So I ended up kind of just being on the forefront of digital creation and culture and community for,
no doubt.
At this point, from Web 2.0 to now Web 3.0, like Web 3, and just moving in that way. So that's what it is. I'm generally self-taught around a lot of things. And then, as I mentioned, my partners, so Mitu is Dr. Mitu Kandekar, and she's got her PhD in spatial computing. She's an engineer by trade. And Nango's got her PhD in rap and practice, as I mentioned before. Right. So I got a lot of PhDs around me, a lot of folks who have been masters and stuff with code. For me, I am definitely more like a self-taught hustler. So kind of making those things happen that way.
Self-taught,
but that's a beautiful thing about gaming, though. It's portfolio based. It's about what you make more so than like what your credentials were. So that's an interesting thing for folks who are like, oh, maybe this is not for me. Try to make something and see then what education you need, and that's like a
exactly. Wow, check you out. Listen, at this point, like I said, I'm fascinated because, like I said, the content that's on this show, I'm trying to bring different content, and this by far is one of the interviews that I've had. So I'm gonna ask you a question. So research shows that only 2% of Black people are in the gaming industry as creators. Is that correct?
That is correct. It ranges between 2% and 4% each year, depending on who you ask. But that Black figure is global. That's everybody, Caribbean, Africa, everybody. So we are less than 2%. Big, the organization, which we're getting this award while we're having this conversation. Blacks in Gaming has an initiative called 5 and 5. They want to be 5% in 5 years. Like, this is where we're starting from. And even though African Americans are voracious consumers, 99% of us are gamers.
Yes, we are.
You just don't see that reflected in the industry.
No, and you really don't. You really don't, especially like in comic books, like the heroes. We do not see, we got Black Panther, but I'm older, and I'm going to keep it a buck. Black Panther was white back in the days. You understand?
It was. People forget that reboot. So my good friend Evan Narcisse, right? So when they called Ta-Nehisi Coates to reboot the Black Panther, that was brand new life. And Evan actually works in video games too. So again, a lot of history makers are around me. Evan was on the contributing team for Spider-Man. But Evan is fantastic. He's been in the game forever. Nice. And he was writing the Black Panda Wakanda Forever comics that became a lot of the base for what was going to happen with the show. And Evan works in games too. So it's like he works in games and comics. So again, we are here. And when you see those narratives start to like take off, normally there's one of us in the back that was pushing that up the hill. In this case, that was Evan.
Exactly. Evan. Salute to Evan. So this award show, this award show. So now,
Absolutely.
tell me about this Black in Gaming Awards.
Yes, so Blacks in Gaming Awards. So it was an organization that started to support Black professionals in gaming. So grateful to them and just for creating a space for us and seeing us. And so they had their annual developer awards, and we got this random email out of the blue. It's like, hey, we want to give you guys an Indie Studio Award for the work that you've done, what you're doing. And so this Thursday we'll be at the gala accepting our first ever award as Glow Up Games, which is fantastic. So
check you out.
we're thrilled to be here to be alongside. I mean, good friends like my friend Sean Alexander Allen, who runs New Challenger. He makes like beat 'em up games. He's getting honored. Dr. Kashana Gray, who's like just one of the OGs in gaming research. Because again, they don't know anything about us, so it was fantastic.
Well, listen. At this point, like I said, I want to have you come back. I would love to have you come back. I'm gonna invite you to come back, and we can really get in depth to what you're doing, and we could be able to support you in any way we can. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is interesting. My kids, I play games. My son, he play games. So it's something that we're gonna get into at a further date. But we're gonna definitely get Latoya Peterson back on my show, and I definitely need to have you back. It's been a pleasure. It really has. You are an amazing person, and you're doing some amazing things, and I'm definitely interested in seeing how far we can get with this. All right?
Would love it. Love to come back anytime, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're so welcome.
For seeing us.
Yes, definitely. And anybody, y'all need to follow her on Instagram.
Yes. Our studio is at Glow Up Games. I'm at Latoya P on Instagram, and you can find me on Twitter at Latoya Peterson as long as Twitter lasts.
There it is, exactly. All right, Mama, you take it easy, and good luck at the award show, and good luck in everything that you do.
Thank you. Okay, take care.
All right, you too. That was so dope. And we are out. So yes, that was Latoya Peterson. We're gonna definitely have her come back. She couldn't stay that long, but we're definitely gonna have her come back. But thanks to everybody for showing up today, and have a blessed night. The next show is at 8:00. We got Love at the Lockup. Stars Michael and Justine coming in 8:00, so y'all can't miss that. All right, so y'all take it easy.